Let's get the recording going on as well. Different song to rock to there. Alright, that's what I got for the multi. Make sure your T-FAR plugin is off. Looks like we're going to be in the 90s, possibly up to 100 as more people trickle in. Yeah, it should be good.
Should be good.
So, Dream and I were discussing this, like, really crazy, stupid project. I'll let you know if it goes anywhere, though, because I have to do a lot of research.
Oh, boy.
You're going to make fun of me for it, so I'm not going to say it, but it's going to be funny.
Oh, boy.
So you know fantasy football, right?
I do. I actually had a fantasy baseball league lined up before they, they're currently still on lockout, so it might not be happening after all. But regardless, yes, I'm familiar.
It might not get to there, but I've got a few other cool ideas in mind. So
I see.
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. Like all my PvP stuff, I do as simply a labor of love because I don't really make anything off of it, like $100 a month on that channel. This is just because it's fun to me.
Yeah, it's fun.
Like purely fun to me. So this is my little giddy stuff. So I want to see if I can expand on it for more giddy stuff.
Yeah, no, I'd be down with that.
Okay.
You good?
I need to talk to my graphic design artist.
Oh, Jesus. You have a graphic design artist now?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. I haven't really used him for anything, but I'll ask him if he'll help me make a format.
Why would you need graphic design? Oh, for like, why would a graphic design help with format? A format of what? Just a logo?
We're gonna make baseball cards, except the players are the players in FNF.
Are we turning this into gacha with baseball cards? Are we gonna release packs and sell them digitally
as NFTs?
Fuck you.
I'm dead serious though.
Ah, oh, jeez. No, you're not making NFTs.
How else do you assign value to it, though?
I was joking.
I'm not.
Oh, okay. This is the part where I'm going to make fun of you.
Yeah, I know. I know. It's going to be funny. Yeah. That's why I said I got to look into it. But that's something I'm going to be looking into.
If you take out the NFT part...
Oh, by the way, our maps are screwed. But... Oh, hey, they fixed it. Cool. If I take the NFT part, I got to find another way to do it, but we'll see. I'm looking into it. Again, this was like a spitball idea. I looked up a few things, didn't have nearly enough time to do the research I wanted to. Plus, I got sidetracked because someone wants me to test a ship out, and I have an idea for it because there's something else I was working on. I needed to look for a second way to do another type of op, so I dead set on that too, but it's like all this other shit I gotta work on. I was like, whatever.
Well, sounds like a lot to work on.
Yeah. All right, so it's assassination. Are you still downloading that mod set, or are you good?
No, I'm in.
Okay, cool.
I'm in my intro. Are you streaming?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been streaming that whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Whew, yeah, Liru, don't fucking do that.
I'm sorry. I thought you said you were starting, but you said your intro, right? Because you're not officially live when you do your intro. See,
yeah,
my bad.
I like to do that. I like to build an audience.
Don, fire it up, that 15-minute thing. Let's go from there. All right, so
yeah.
Op 4 can spawn literally anywhere on the border. Green 4 are going to be at the prison and a random other complex to the north. We'll see how that goes. VIPs have to stay in the yellow area or else they are seen by the hostile faction. That marker's updated every, I think, 30 seconds or something, but we'll see the official nitty-gritty details. But new mod set. So far, I mean, round 1 was interesting.
Yeah, give me the lowdown, because obviously I was at work and
so round 1, DJ commanded for the first time, almost won. He just couldn't get his southern flank to move in time. Otherwise, he would have actually won a pretty difficult AO, in my opinion. But it came down really close. Rounds 2 and 3, Op 4 just was attacking both times. Did a brilliant rush the second time. It came close. Round 3, they just stomped in a rush. Like 14, it was a 16-minute round. It was brutal. They used the battle bus. There were two dudes on a motorcycle, one driving, one with a PKP, just driving around suppressing the shit out of the defense's lines. It was something. 3CB has been a really good addition.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the maps. It's not often with how, like, I have an entire hard drive dedicated to Arma, so it's not often that I have to download a map nowadays with how long I've been playing. So the fact that I had to download like 3 or 4 makes me pretty interested as to some new terrains. Always happy to see some of those.
I've had to, I started cleaning up through my mods because I realized I have 2 terabytes of ARM mods.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get that down to like 750 gigs so I can just free up the space because I haven't cleaned it out in about 2.5 years. So
I haven't cleaned mine out at all.
that's like a dozen communities that I have to, that I probably no longer are affiliated or work for or do one-offs for. So
I gotta go delete your TSP add-ons.
Yeah. Well, it's not mine. It's technically Makarov's, but, you know.
Oh, I gotta delete it even harder then.
I don't know, man. 20-round SVD mags. Love that shit.
So, why is the... Well, I'm not gonna... Well, I don't know. But, okay, so now that we pushed in, I'll bring it up. It's a naked man on
Oh,
the
yeah.
screen.
Everyone spawns naked now.
Okay.
Until their kits load.
That's a Chevy Tahoe. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I guess that's meant to be the border's meant to be kind of an anywhere thing.
Yeah,
maybe?
Op4 can go anywhere in that territory. So
Neat.
you also know with the new template, they spawn, they can teleport to certain areas now.
I don't know that because I haven't seen this.
Well, now you know.
I don't get told these things, man.
So that flagpole, for example, that you see on Op4 spawn, they can interact with that, and that'll teleport them to other flagpole locations. So I don't know where specifically those poles are, but that's just entirely along the mission parameters.
You usually do know where the poles are.
What, the North and South Pole?
Stripper poles is what I was getting at.
I've never been to a strip club.
I haven't either. I don't really get the appeal. Boobs
Yeah.
are free on the internet.
It's the attention, I think.
Yeah, it's
going
throw
well,
money
Wild
in,
Fox.
girl
We're
gives you attention. I see that.
I don't know where we're going in here, man.
Hold on, I'm gonna time out dream for a second.
Okay, I'm going to go over the brief here. So, background. Turkish officials were passing by a rebel-controlled zone in northeastern Turkey when they got shot down by AA. A platoon signs rescue team has been immediately sent out into rebel-controlled territory in order to retrieve the officers and bring them back to safety. Unfortunately for the Turks, the rebel army has already surrounded the crash site. Area of operation, Hillish and Planish. Notes Turkey at 2015, not US, somewhere in a different dimension because this is American areas, but Yellowstone's American not. No mission-specific rules. Game mode, HVTs, there are 3. Op4 needs to kill all 3 to win. Jammers are in place, blah, blah, blah. So basically to describe that deals with the yellow zones. Once the HVTs, if they leave the yellow zones, they'll be detected and marked on the map for all Op4 players to go in and intercept. But that is how that feature works. And the HVTs are going to be Maz, Fred, and Falcon. I love how they always shove Falcon as an HVT slot, because he is a lot more aggressive than that slot warrants, so they just kind of leash him to an objective. I find that hilarious.
I do too.
Max view distance is over a clip. Build points for the defender have been buffed up to 250. Usually it's limited to 150. Mat settings are going to be 2 AT rounds per side per player. So Green 4 getting Maz's RPG 32s on Op4. We're going to go ahead and look at Op4 first since they're attacking. We've got 2010 French Lizard. So this has been one of the newer camo patterns Maz has made, but I've seen it used at least 1 or 2 rounds per branch. This time around, it's been a little lighter because they have the new mod set. They've been doing some Cold War stuff. By the way, there's going to be some T-55s in round 3 tonight, so I'm excited for that. But other than that, we have generally a mix of AKMs and AK-74s, RPKs, PKPs, RPG-26s for the light anti-tank. Recon has the T-5000, 338. And then the 2 suppressed shooters have the choice of 45-round AKS or a 20-round AS Val. In this terrain, I'd probably go with the 45-round AKS because it's not a lot of CQC, and then aviation, get the PP2000 or the AKS. Now, CSW-wise, there's nothing extra there, but we do have a big range of assets. We have BTR-80 on the Op4 side. We have 2 off-roads. We got 2 SU 4x4s, those Toyota what? What are they called? The Toyota Chevrolet.
What?
What the Toyota what?
Hilux?
No, not the Hilux, the SUVs.
Chevrolet Tahoe.
Chevrolet Tahoe, that's it. Thank you. Other than that, we also have one.
Know how to say Chevrolet?
Because I'm not a car person. We got one armed with an M134 minigun. We got 1 transport Gaz, 3 transport Urals, an additional one that's a worker variant that's open, a single extra off-road. I don't know why that's different than the other 2. I think because yeah, it's camo scheme different. So 3 off-roads technically, and then 6 mountain bikes, I guess, for recon or special forces to utilize there. They're only single seats though, so probably enough for recon to utilize all 6.
If they scooch up real close, you could probably fit 2 on there.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the slot allocation.
Buds.
You want to go over the player roster here?
For Op4, we got Mountain Commanding, Muffin Prime, a new name there. I have not seen that one before. Leading X-Ray. I don't know if they were in EU or not. We have Lolo with a T5000 in 308 NATO. Revenge, good to see them as part of the shooter team, as well as Sam. Vagrant, leading up Alpha HQ. We got Grab,
okay?
Greg Legs, Nightshade, Olaf, Spiky, Wise, and Rust.
What are you
Very
doing?
solid squad there.
Okay.
That's a decently mid-tier. I would put trust in that team to do well.
You're fine with it.
Alpha 2 going to be Waldo, Ash, and Shazu. Banks, Green Shade,
Okay.
Blom, and Explorer. Some good names in
You're
there.
adorable.
Banks, Green Shade, and Blom specifically. Chadwick
We're
Boseman
live
going to lead
working
up Bravo
here, boo.
HQ.
I
Good to see him.
appreciate
He's
your
been
love.
leading a bunch lately. So
We've been
good to see
live
that continuing.
For like the past 10 minutes.
Master, Jens, Sharp, Shmun.
No,
Killer
we're
Wolf,
actually
Killer,
live.
Killer Wolf and Toast. Lots of new names. Rave Master we've seen before, but the rest of them...
There's a new community called Ogre that came in. I haven't seen them before, so I think that's where a lot of these new names are from.
We'll see how many layers
Chat says
they
hi.
have. Jack MC77's East, Booga Sugar, Swola, and Hoki. Apart from Swola there, also all
Yeah, he's
new
still
names, I believe. I assume from Ogre.
He's talking. I want to interrupt him.
Nielsen going to lead up Charlie HQ. We got Wells, Norris,
course.
Hudson, Drake, Eagle, Sablon, Callahan, Wolf Patrol, Ducky, Wucky,
Norris
Pinto,
with
and
that
Khan.
LMGs
Ducky
and
Wucky's also
noteworthy.
a new name. I just like calling them out, but for the most part, again, very solid names in that Charlie squad, so should see some good stuff from them. And
Bloodwing
do
says
we
happy
have-
belated birthday, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Bloodwing.
You shook it.
Thank you
so I
very
spanked
much.
it. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so overall, I think noteworthy names-wise, Norris with the machine gun. I'll be curious to see what he does with that RPK. Bye, boo. But otherwise, looking at the rest of the scenario, not a lot of names I recognize. Again, possibly because of that new community. It's impossible to gauge how new communities will do because when we started, Pepega wasn't a thing. They were called another community back then, but they wowed us. So let's see how Ogre does today.
Agreed. I'll keep a close eye on them on Red 4, see how they do.
Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at Green 4. I did miss the Shrek joke on purpose, by the way. I know.
Dream is busting my chops over a Summa incident.
Oh, yeah, no. So he walked me into a joke, and he did the suck my balls sort of thing. It was pretty funny. He got me fair and square with that one. But anyway,
you hate to see it.
Green 4 have a Turkish camo they are using, provided by Maz. That is one of the new ones. So they have HK33A2s. Interesting. So that's one of the newer guns from 3CB factions because 3CB has a lot of NI arms weaponry within there that are just part of the pack itself. So that, and then 416s as well. Mini-Me's and MG3s as their MMG, medium machine gun. That's crazy. RPG 26s for the light anti-tank. Choice of the Mark 14 EBR or the HK MP5, which is an SMG. And then the T5000 for the sniper, and then crew aviation could get a submachine gun or the 416 as well. Nothing unique on the CSW. Their assets include 2 transport trucks, a medevac MRAP, 2 M2 Humvees, and an unarmed Humvee to drive around. Nothing additional on the other asset side, so pretty good there. Do you want to go over the roster, or should I?
You can go ahead and take the roster this time, and I'll go over the sectors.
So 3 VIPs, Fred, Maz, and Falcon. Again, they have to stay in the yellow zone unless, because if they leave, then their position is broadcasted to Op4, and it's updated, I think, every 20 to 30 seconds. Dreek is going to be leading Alpha. Real quick, I don't actually see an X-ray team in play for Green 4, so they are going to just stick with normal infantry squads. That is something rare you see, but occasionally a defensive faction will pick this, especially if they're playing an objective defense like a HVI hold. So I find that pretty interesting to see there. But Cosmonaut leading Alpha 1 with Poe, Martin Miller, Guy Fieri, and Fisk. Guy Fieri being a fill-in for this group. He's part of Pepega, one of the best players in FNF, I would say. So it's great to see him there. Alpha 2, we have Bridges leading, Cyrus, Wiki, Warwick, Cool Breeze, Patriot, and Trivago. That's a new name, but that's
Hotel?
Yeah, right? That's a play off of that.
Yeah, no, not even a play. That's just the name.
That's just the name,
Trivago.
yeah. So he is part of Alpha 2 there. Bravo HQ, looks like Bravo HQ and Bravo 1 have merged. That's going to be led by Schnuffles, who I believe is the squad leader, with Space Cowboy Carl being the Bravo 1 team lead. Absorbed, Artisan, Korvac, and Zoni under Bravo 1/Bravo HQ. Bravo 2 being led by Stark, who is noteworthy in that, right? With multiple members of the 82nd Cab and Chaos under him as well. Charlie HQ is an interesting bastardization of a lot of good players here. We got members of Pepega, such as Kane, who is leading Charlie here. Looks like both teams have merged. We see Arma Jesus, if we scroll down, taking a solo AT role, so he'll probably merge in that group. Also, while I'm down here, Koak part of Delta 1 because Delta HQ has merged with, I believe, Delta HQ and Delta 2, and Bravo 1 has merged because it's Give Me Your Milk by himself. Probably under what remains of Bravo 1 because Bravo 1 and Bravo HQ merged. What a lewd name. Regardless, looking back on the roster, King leading for Charlie HQ. Now, this is why this is OP. We got Bayant here. We got Chow, Mags, Legal Action, Flux, Roster, Coda, Sideways, Dooley, Naders, Michael, and Riccardi. Some very powerful Pepega members in there, some really powerful solo players in there. That is going to be one hell of a team on defense. And then if it couldn't get any more OP, you got Delta HQ led by Nemesis and Iander on AT from Scandi Recon. You got Despo in there, Tymek, and then Katz and Purton. So multiple members of Pepega, Scandi. A few guys that run with Scandi, like Katz there, and then 2 individual solo players, Despo and Tymek, also pretty good. So that's a very powerful roster, in all honesty. I'm a little worried for the Ogre community on Op4 because they are going to get a full welcome into FNF by fighting some of the titans of this competition in their first round debut here.
I really hope they don't get swamped with how much is going to get dumped on them.
Now, of course, when Pepega, which I think, I forget the name they were called beforehand, when they first came, they absolutely stomped 4IB, Scandi Recon. They quickly established themselves, so we'll see if that happens tonight, but it's going to be a tough fight. But let's go, you want to go over the AOs?
Yeah, so we'll take a look at the sector to the north, because the sector in the south is a bit more to chew. Sector in the north, we have a C-130 crash site and some hastily built defenses. Pretty good uses of the towers from, I think, Malden 2035 on the crest, looking both to the south and to the east. So Green 4 are going to be preparing for some overwatch over the base for the most part, and using HESCO barriers for just reinforcing the rest of this kind of little mini plateau / crater. And as for up here, we have Fred. Fred is going to be up here on this north end. He has constructed himself a little nice little bunker here, so he should hopefully be able to stay safe. Moving down south real quick, since we only got 2 minutes left. We got a nice big old military base, and kind of pseudo barracks.
Meant to be a prison.
Yeah, something like that. So it should be good to defend from. Lots of those ATC towers turned watchtowers. Should be good for watching the approaches from the southeast and the west. But otherwise, yeah, we see some light smattering of reinforcements of Heska barriers. They also have all their vehicles that are in play here, more Heska barriers over here by the barracks buildings. So should be okay, but I'd like to see him build this up a bit more, especially with that wall. It's kind of a not quite a hard barrier because there's so many holes in the stone wall and in the fence. I think it's just gonna more obscure their view for any approaches, but should leave Red 4 plenty of options to approach this compound and get in there to kill both Maz and Falcon.
I do like the divide that Green 4 is going for. One VIP on the smaller AO on a nice Overwatch hill, but because of how many directions you could see Op 4 come up with, I'm not sure if Green 4 has enough to fully cover the top of this hill. And then this top of hill right here could be a really nice Overwatch position for Op 4 then to attack the second AO. So this could be...
Real quick, I'm having some people ask about the number advantage. That's
5% on Op 4.
Yeah, but it's because the defenders have a legitimate like statistical advantage just by being on the defending side.
Yeah.
Traditional military war theory says you should try to, if you're doing a head-on assault, you should try to have your numbers be 3-to-1.
Yeah.
And so this is obviously not quite 3-to-1, but it is a bit of an advantage on this kind of scale.
So the southern AO also has a lot of open area around it, but not a lot of positions to capitalize it on, with the exception of the barracks buildings in the center. You do have some rooftop access, but it's very, very open. On the southern side, you got some crash stuff as well. It's difficult to hold this here. They're extending the time a little bit.
Yeah?
Huh.
Well, sorry to say that both Falcon, Maz, and Fred
they have
been
died
as the round started.
I see. So an early Green 4 victory there.
You know,
I think they're just debugging
the Green 4 guys are trying to live.
Yes, and they've died. I'm waiting to see what... Let's restart the round. Lamau. Anyway, they did just say they're working on a little debug thing right now, so they just extended it.
Which is going to be hopefully not the case, as a lot of defensives have been built, and they do take time to build, even after devising the plan. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
That was a very quick win by Op4 there. That rush. The rushes tonight have just been brutal.
Evidently,
it appears they used
I get to show up
artillery
for a little bit of time, and we're already on to round 2. We should be done by like 10 p.m.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I might get to go to sleep at a reasonable time. I've probably gotten like 10 hours in the last 3 days.
Nice.
I hate things.
I know. You shouldn't do that to yourself.
Start to creep out at me.
Yeah, they do.
I feel their inky tentacles wrapping around my
flesh.
No.
No, I will turn on the bonk you setting. I will bonk you.
I like to go into my shorts and...
No. Bad. Bad.
But it's okay because they're slimy.
Where's the channel point option? The bonk is freaking horny ass. There, that's being turned on.
You ever seen a rat go through a toilet?
What the? No.
You ever seen a rat like there's like a like the end like a cross section of a toilet? How like it like curves and goes around? That's what it's like. That's what the tentacle does. It like goes like a rat through it.
Well, he's gonna be muted. Koak just got kicked off. I appreciate you all bonking him for me, because clearly he needed it. You should see the amount of bonks I have in my channel right now.
Oh, your bonks are so huge.
That's a paddling.
Huh? Oh, the mission's starting. Here we go.
All right, so you already have Green 4 shooting out the glass.
Yeah, we didn't do that before. Oh, because I can't shoot before because it's safe start. Oh, that's funny. It is actually nice that they're using their handguns. That's smart because they're
Not to
probably
waste
gonna use
primary ammo.
every single round from some of these defensive positions in the ATC towers.
All right, so we're seeing a three-pronged attack here, but I think it's just one squad on one flank, recon on the northern flank, and then the main force coming in from the south.
Yeah, nice multi-pronged approach. Herb connecting it.
Gotcha, Yanni, gotcha.
But
I figured something as much.
Red 4 X-ray on those mountain bikes that we saw earlier, and well, I think it's faster than walking.
Yeah, they're biking on the mountain with them, and I think they are going just slightly faster than sprinting. But you got to remember, there's no stamina consumption when you use a vehicle.
Yeah, which is bullshit on a bicycle.
They're strong Turkish rebels, all right? They don't need stamina for bicycles.
No, I just need a gif of the guy in the Turkish shirt and the Turkish shorts in a room full of Turkish flag post-it notes, just yelling at me about how great of a country Turkey is.
Of course.
Didn't they change their name recently too?
Yeah, they changed it to chicken.
It's the other white meat.
Ah!
You're the one who said chicken, bitch.
And you're the one that keeps making horny jokes.
Hell yeah, because those two are the same. What's an innocent horny joke compared to an awful pun?
A lot, apparently. So Op4, they're deciding to get off the bicycles because, nope, them sprinting is actually quicker than the bicycle.
Wait, is it actually? Holy shit, yeah.
Karu, I don't...
Yeah, because they're trying to do BMX shit. If they stuck to the fucking roads,
I don't
they
do,
just left safe
I only
zone.
edit vehicle
They stuck to,
weapon
the
recon
crest of
figs
this
with
hill
existing
and gone
configs.
like
I
an
don't
actual,
actually change
BMX
the
bike.
BBO.
Ever seen
So
those
I'm not one to
videos of
ask,
people,
buddy.
like,
I'm sorry.
Going across mountaintops
That's out of
and ridges and
my
shit, and
jurisdiction
fucking
of knowledge.
doing huge ass jumps and make me shit my
Sorry to
pants.
say. What are you on about?
I don't know, dude. I got drunk before the stream this time, and it's working out pretty well, I think.
Not for me. And I hear you drinking. All right, so we got the Humvees driving over. They're actually going to run right into Op4 Charlie here. Yeah, bonk him again, please.
Also, wrote to the new viewer in chat. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so you're about to have a Humvee literally drive like right on top of a group of players, and they don't... Okay, we got one guy with AT. Calm. Calm, pull that AT out. Calm. Calm, the AT. Yes. Yes, the AT. Don't backblast your buddy. You backblasted your buddy. But you got the kill. Okay.
Good.
He's one of the new people.
Backblasting his lead,
And
he's dead.
he got crippled, and now he's dead.
Pretty good.
Because that's Bayans down there.
Works again.
Huh?
Scoreboard works again. The kill tally. Khan got credit for that kill.
Yeah, vehicle kills were never disabled.
Oh, okay, well then shit.
So
never
vehicles
mind.
work fine, but not infantry kills,
I'm sorry,
unfortunately. Nah, you're good. I understand that you're intoxicated, and I will treat you like a child.
Oh, no, I don't like it when you say it like that.
Shut up. Chat's, I've already re-enabled the bonk option. Chat has the ability to bonk you. So far, you have about 89 bonks and counting. So anyway, who was taken out there? We lost Chow and we lost Dooley. So part of the elite forces on Charlie HQ. So that is an early blow to
elite.
Charlie there for Green 4. They're pulling up another Vic to pick up Bayans. But Op4 did have one of their leadership elements go down. That was Callahan, leader of Charlie 2 there. And this is different to normal. How? It's not 418. It's not. Dooley did not dodge. No, he did not. He tried to get away. So other Vic was then ordered to pull back because Bay is, I guess, gave that order and he is just trying to survive. He does have a 416. We'll see what they're capable of doing.
Yeah, the 416 below.
Meanwhile, we have the M134 minigun with an Op4 group firing at a control tower. We have AT being launched in. That fired at a fortification. That was the northernmost barracks building. So Op4 trying to siege this with a small group, engaging a small flank of this position. More AT going out. And that hits the opposite ATC tower. Again, they don't have HE rounds. But now you're seeing those MG3s mounting up to return fire.
Yeah, MG3s on the defending side and miniguns on the attacking side. Lots of bullets should be flying right now, and that minigun right now is pretty silent.
Yep. I'm curious why this group opened up early. They're already starting to smoke charge here. I thought they'd be a distraction element to allow for Alpha Op4 to push in, but by pushing early on with no support and smoking their advance, they are preventing their vehicle from supporting them in this charge. So this just feels like a blind charge here. And I think Green 4 is going to be able to repel this and then turn around and then deal with Alpha HQ. So this is a little bit of a misplay in my opinion. These two flanks are not really coordinating on this pincer attack, and I think that's going to cost them.
Yeah, I think this Red Fort Bravo group really has the wrong idea about how to approach this sector as well. You see them throwing smokes down there into the low ground.
He got toasted.
Try and push through that smoke. Not only are they making a mistake by pushing through smoke, but they're also making a mistake by pushing through.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Terrain. They have some trees to work with, but look how much far that gap is between the tree line and the fence, let alone the wall. They need to try and keep along this ridge and move through the tree lines on the other side of the hill. Go ahead.
I might have misspoke there because there's not actually any Op4 movement there. That might have been a feint, because Green 4's now turned all their attention. I saw them mobilizing vehicles, and now this other pincer started attacking, and it is popping smoke to get right on top of his position. You're starting to see some of these green symbols disappear, change to medical. That might have just been a bluff to force Green 4 to come over to try to focus on getting some easy kills as Op4 charged, thus taking them out of position for this other half of the pincer to move in. I might have completely misread that, just as Green 4 I think has, because now Alpha for Op4 is coming in and getting some good pickoffs. Charlie for Green 4 has turned around, though. It's starting to hammer down that Alpha flank, but once the smoke clears, I'll be curious to see if that BTR looks up and starts engaging.
And as you say that, it does, and it's like engaging platoon.
Right at platoon. And those are... Yeah, that's MASH trying to get to the northern position in the MRAP. That 14.5mm can penetrate into that MRAP, though.
Yeah, it's pretty chunky, but it's not chunky enough to stop 14.5. We're starting to see Red 4 Alpha now push to the edge of that tree line. We have Alpha HQ kind of on his own and about to get taken out here by Bravo 2 for Green 4. And
yeah,
down
he gets him. That was Stark. Of course it was Stark taking him out. Stark is the guy that killed him, not the guy that died.
Yeah. Yeah, all these Red 4 guys now, they're pushing through the smoke charge, but Charlie HQ up on the hill opposite the road in an M2 Humvee. Popping through that smoke, and smoke does not stop bullets. So we have one person down, and I think a couple of them trying to do some medical as the smoke billows.
What I'm a little worried about right now is Op4 has a slight number advantage in this pincer maneuver, but neither flank has really done the job of pushing up and trying to engage in CQC to force Green 4 to deal with that. Green 4 seems to have their forces now evenly positioned. Engaging both sides. They got one group overwatching, and we might see a little bit more of Green 4 pull back here to concede this, but I don't think Op4 actually have the number advantage to fully take this compound without suffering critical losses, and we're starting to see the people pushing up on their own for Op4 are getting picked off.
Of the initial rush, and Red 4 Bravo over here, they're still in this same spot that they've been in 5 minutes ago. They haven't recognized that they this alternate route just to their north. They can pull back, run around, and attack this prison from a new angle, take out the guys in the ATC, and try for a play.
So I think...
Get inside. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I think Op4 is trying to do too much here, because you have Charlie and Delta for them all the way on that northeastern side going on foot to get to the northern spot. I think they would have been better suited in this AO to attack with these other forces here to really bolster that number advantage to allow for more offensive capabilities to hit this AO, because right now you're just starting to see attrition of two close to even forces. Yes, Op4 has the number advantage, but Green 4 has the defensive advantage. And as long as they just sit down and wait for Op4 to come through the smoke, and there's not a lot of Op4 guys on Overwatch here because these two pincers are too far from each other to do any sort of support, you're just going to have Green 4 get a lot of pickoffs here, and that's kind of stunted both of these pincers, as neither is now able to make a push.
Yeah, we have that on that southeast side, the Red Ford group from Alpha coming up. We saw one just trying to get up to that fence, but got taken out from, I think, Bravo 2, Green 4. So they're still trying to make their way up here.
Oh.
And on the western side, it's honestly worse somehow.
He got hit.
The infantry force have fallen back or have died or gotten in the SUV. And yeah, they're just driving around, and this is completely a wasted opportunity. Yes, they didn't have that numbers advantage, but that's why they wanted to go for that quick assault. Red 4 needed to keep up the tempo, and they got
real quick.
stuck.
BTR just got sniped. I have no idea. It's coming from the southern barracks building. That was Korvac. Good hits there. That was
Carl Gustav.
That was about a 450-meter shot. So yeah, the western angle here is completely falling back. They've taken at least 50% of casualties, if not more. Southern attack also taken that same amount. Green 4, meanwhile, have also taken some pretty... not a lot. Only like 4 or 5 casualties here.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're defending from these really good positions. They're maintaining decent security, working with the terrain and the objects that are there, and you know what defenses they've built as well to kind of bridge the gaps. We do have people like King who have rushed out to the south, and especially with that long range on him, he's going to be a vital asset that Green 4 aren't going to have anymore as he gets double tapped.
So I think the big failure of this attack was neither side of this pincer were in a position to really support each other. So when the western attack popped smoke, as those smokes were still going strong, the southern attack popped smoke. I'm going to say southeast here because I want to rectify that they were kind of in completely different spots to even support each other. But when both of them smoked, there was no one shooting, because they were all obscured by the smoke. So that allowed Green for a second to regroup, bringing forces down. They had guys on the northeastern tower, that ATV. They're now at the research building to the south, so they turned to engage that southeastern OPFOR force as they came in, because they were given that level of breathing room. You see where Bravo HQ is right now? If we had that Vic up right there earlier, and it was still in a position, I know the Maz just almost hit it, but if it was up there to still harass, because it wasn't obscured by the original smoke of that western push, I think we would have seen a little more effectiveness here. Or what could have been better was the western attack just had both forces, but instead of the forces on the southeastern side, they should have come in from the southwest, if not direct west, on the southern side of the road where that tree cover is. That would have allowed them a lot of options to smoke in advance, but then they could have been overwatch covered by the western force on the hill that was previously there. So they shouldn't have popped smoke, they should have just supported, and they could have provided cover fire for that other half of the pincer going in. This just instead turned into 2 completely unsupported attacks, and they were easily repelled.
Agreed, and that's something that I think a lot of commanders just in general in ARMA make a mistake of. They want to put as many guys in the battle as they can, but the value of a fire team, even one fire team supporting 2 or even 3 squads, just having someone...
Real quick, M2 Humvee's going to push the M134 Vic away. There's also a truck driving by. I think Green 4 is going to look to try to snipe that vehicle, but continue, please.
Yes, so yeah, if Red 4 were to work together, have the main assault force coming from the southwest of the southern sector, so from point 142 heading northeast, and then have that where Bravo for Red 4 was set up there instead of just trying to push down a hill exposed to this entire base. Set up on the hilltop, dig some trenches, use what terrain, rock, trees are there, and just suppress the hell out of that ATC, suppress the barracks buildings, help as soon as Red 4 are able to get to the fence and start working in between those barracks buildings, then you can start pushing down from that hilltop and assist with clearing the northern side. And you don't need to do everything at the same time.
Who is that driver?
Learning the value
Chadwick,
of a
my guy.
It's so valuable.
So I've been watching the M134 SUV. Chadwick has just been an absolute chat of a driver, evading the M2 Humvee and evading an infantry fire team that's been sent to hunt them down. I think their time is limited, though, because now the M2 Humvee has a decent firing angle here, and those 4 guys are also firing at it, but they're in the middle of so many different Green 4 groups right now. But they're doing a great job of evading AT-fire Grenadier rounds you're seeing being fired from Delta HQ.
How are they living so long? There's so many guns on.
You got to remember the 134 by default has bulletproof glass, so it's able to take quite a beating. They need AT on it, but it can even shrug off a few GLs.
Ooh, they got some air there.
But yeah, no, Chadwick is just doing a great job of driving that. They've taken a lot of damage, you can see it, but they're still kicking. But Frisk, thank you so much for the 6-month resub. Hope you keep enjoying the ops and TSB. Hope you keep enjoying
on the north side, it is worth noting,
streams such as the PvP match commentary.
All happen.
Yeah.
Red 4 groups. I mean, the X-ray team, they abandoned their bikes and they're nowhere near a sniping position. I could easily see them go to .315, but they have not.
I think they read the map and they thought this assault would be viable from the east. Instead, they actually got there, they saw the terrain, and they decided to fold in with their X-ray element, seeing that the tree line would get right up to this position and offer a better chance, especially considering what Green 4 have dug here in terms of Overwatch.
Man, you know what this map would be good for?
What?
Sorry, but a Korean War op. I think this map would be amazing for a Korean War op.
Yeah, the mountainous terrain. Just change out the buildings for something more topical. Yeah, no, I could see that actually. That would be
based.
Yeah, I gotta add that idea down somewhere, but
sorry for interrupting.
No, that was a good suggestion. I'm always up to up for random stuff because I do have a Korean War op coming up for MCO, but I think I already have the map choice locked down. But that would be something cool for like a campaign. But it's great. Regardless, I could see Op4 doing one single assault up the forest here because the Green 4's defensive lines allow for Op4 to get right on top of this position, and then they could potentially overwhelm it. However, Green 4 are going to be able to get at least one of the 2 VIPs out and go down to the south and probably, in that fight, wrestle what remains of Op4's number advantage and then bounce back from there. Because now you're just having skirmishing down to the south, but just looking at the skull count. I mean, Op4's commander died.
Yeah, no way. No way. Oh, Andrew's dead. Hey.
I don't know how. I think they hit a tree and blew up their Vic, actually, if you look at Mountain's body. Yeah, because this is kind of out and about. Unless they got sniped by AT, but that angle is very unlikely. And that 134 is still kicking. I'm going to quickly check on Op4's roster. How much ammo do they put in that 134? 4,000 rounds. Yeah, so that's enough to last the entire round here, to be honest. But so far, Green 4 has not lost a single VIP. They relocated Fred to the northern... Or no, they relocated Maz to the northern side. Fred was already up here, making a little, bunker on the wing of the... I almost called it a Skytrain. No, my God, I am blanking on it. C-130.
Down goes the gunner for the SUV, and I think the driver too. No, driver's still up. 50 cal.
50 cal finally got an angle.
Well, it did get an angle.
Jesus and Flux in that, yeah.
But it's busted out that front windshield, so anyone should be able to take him out now.
Yep. So I think Chadwick's still driving. Let me quickly check on the roster to see his symbol. Yep, so he is trying to make it out of Dodge, but his gunner, who was Killer Wolf, was unfortunately taken out. But now you got the Humvee trying to race to get onto the MSR to beat him.
Oh, yeah, here he comes.
They're going to get an angle here, but they're not going to look right.
Gotta look for him. Gotta look for him, and they're not going to see him.
I think they might have... Yep, they saw him last second.
Yes, they did.
But that SUV can outperform that Humvee in terms of speed.
Yep. Difference between a 6-cylinder gas and a fucking whatever cylinder diesel.
So I think this op is really going to come down to this Op4 assault. Now, if Op4 are able to absolutely annihilate this Green 4 force up here, I think they still have a decent chance. But even then, just the defensive position of that prison, one force assaulting it, we just saw 2 single force assaults. It was suicide. So
now we do have up here at this plane rack, we do have a couple of trucks and the MRAP. So
I think a rush play would be
might dip in the MRAP, but using those 2 trucks for a rush play, like you were about to say, I think, yeah.
That would have to be the best thing that we go with here.
Oh, and there goes Platoon HQ. He's going on a run.
So I think he's opted now to just start driving out. That's Riccardi with Maz. They've decided to go out of the detection zones just to see if they can draw any Op4 guys to follow them. I think that's a great call.
It would be if Red 4 had any kind of movement options, but no, they're...
Yeah, exactly. They don't, which is why they're making that call.
I guess. But yeah, they're more interested in actually taking the point, looks like. And I think we'll focus on hunting him down later, opting instead to take out a majority of Green 4 forces, or at least trying to.
So there was shooting up here. I think that was... It sounded like 556, so it was definitely one of the...
Green 4 shooting off to the west. These 2 guys over on the west for Red 4 who were kind of...
GL's going missing.
Both of them missing.
Completely missing. Their smoke rounds. They're still firing more smoke. What are they...
They're just trying to choke him out, I guess. Ooh, good shots up to that guy in the little trench up there.
Yeah.
He got taken out real quick through some light smoke cover.
So the smoke's gonna really... Ooh, explosive charge took a dude out. That was Wolfer.
Yeah, and look at the ants nest just really scramble and come to life. I saw a good dozen or so people changing positions or moving around in there. So they are really trying to be reactive.
Yep, I'm watching a few Green 4 guys getting taken out. Green 4 are trying to run into the tower to get Overwatch, but I don't think they have an angle from up here that looks down hard enough. So now Op4, they're trying to get grenades in there. Oh, they're getting them.
Nope, cuts to the nade. He does get that second one from back there. Nielsen there pushing up really aggressive, and look at these Green 4 guys drop. We've got people like Nemesis and Scandi up here. This is what we've been wanting to see. This is the rush and the aggression that is needed for an attack like this.
I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Both sides are still super even on numbers here. Op4, they've been getting some good devastations, but Green 4 have been fighting back very attentively here, and some of these explosive traps I've been seeing utilized have been getting wounds here. We got Bates now down to an explosive trap.
Yeah, we do have a couple people down in those traps that are going down, but Red 4, I mean, they are making an improvement over this situation. They still got plenty to go. Don't get me wrong, you're absolutely right. But they're doing well to try and do what they can. Platoon has actually come back up and has grabbed one of the trucks. Or is that's Fred up there. And so that's, yeah, Maz up to the north and Matt MRAP. And another member heading down south in one of the transport trucks. And he is losing control. Manages to skate with the terrain. And he will be able to make it to base.
This is still too even to tell, but I think based off of numbers, Op4 do not have sufficient to go to the southern objective. So right now they're really just fighting. Look at Norris here with that machine gun, the RPK. There's his first kill. And he gets the second, but is immediately taken out by Nemesis, who is camping the top of that bit. Great recovery there by Nemesis. Or no, not recovery, reaction would be the better term. Norris did a great job, as expected, with his machine gun, but unfortunately, there's just too many angles up here because of the rough terrain and the ways you can get on the high ground here.
Play. As they try and smoke out that bunker, that's a good...
Yep.
Oh, and then toss it back out!
Smart.
There's another one up in there.
So Nemesis has got to be careful. He's got hostile forces to his right. And they're crawling right up to him. Nemesis sees him. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's one down. That's his second kill so far.
Sam, he's looking for him. He sees him.
Yep, that is a suppressed shooter. Nemesis immediately dodging into the smoke.
He is shooting way behind him.
Got some good suppression. He's going to walk right into these two soldiers. He doesn't notice yet. Oh, he's about to.
I don't think they notice either.
Takes one out. Takes two out. That's 4 for Nemesis. I'm telling you, we haven't seen him be a heavy lifter in a while, but he still has that potential. He's normally just too busy coordinating with Scandi Recon in their maneuvers, but when he's let off the leash, he can perform just as well as anyone. There's a reason he used to be my top pick. And he's showing it tonight in round 1. I love how Cholt, he's off for. I think he's thinking about throwing a grenade up there. Gets it in. It's a red smoke grenade.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, sorry, Red Fort down to the south has been completely wiped out or migrated up to the
Sam,
north.
looking for Nemesis. Nemesis gets the headshot. That's kill 5. That I can confirm.
Especially on a recon member like that. That's really
Nem
good.
taking fire from Seismo. Nem returns fire.
He's not gonna
And,
see
yeah.
anymore.
Seismo gets him. But 5-1 that we can confirm. That's, again, that's what you want to be doing in FNF. That's how you contribute.
Absolutely what you want to be doing, especially when you already have the advantage like this, because it just makes it so much more unreachable now for Red 4. Like, we've seen some clutch plays in the past, but when the odds are like this, I mean, well, that's the odds.
Nah, there's no way. Op4's literally down to 5 dudes.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Look, I'll be honest. I used to meme when it first happened, you know, the Audrey Hotto incident, as I like to call it.
Oh, yeah.
There has to be very specific, and I mean very specific criteria for that to happen.
Yeah, first you gotta make a deal with the devil.
Right.
Sell your soul for armor skills, which doesn't make any sense.
Of course.
Ooh, that grenade bouncing back
Yeah, Cholt just hurt himself with that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. Still up. Seeing a bit of a smoke push from the south from Drake.
Yeah, thanks, Kane. I appreciate it.
Sugma is coming up from the north now.
You mean Drake?
No, I mean
No,
Seismo.
Seismo. His name's not... He's not gonna sug my balls,
Yeah,
you
he's Sugma.
freaking Cooper.
It's close enough to Sugma.
It's no.
Sismo, Sugma, whatever. Potato, potato.
Oh my god. Sir. Yeah, bonk his butt. Yeah, so now you've got Drake being engaged from the rear as Green 4 pushes up. He just took another leg shot.
Ooh,
another leg shot.
And headshot in 3.
He's
2,
looking for him.
1. Saw one bounce off his gun.
I saw another chest shot there. He's screwed. He's going to try to get behind that concealment, but there's the machine gun, and he is taken out. The 249, actually that's a mini-me technically of Michael there.
Alright, kind
Or is that might be, that's either a para 249 or a mini-me.
Technically, they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, they are the same, but, you know, models.
Ooh, and a bit of friendly fire? I don't know who was shooting at that Green 4 guy
mini-me.
other than
the mini-me para,
Green
that's
4.
it.
And, oh, I was hoping we'd have a collision.
Nah, Green 4 have taken the 134, and now they're using it against Op 4 here. Cholt under fire as... No, Guy Fieri took Cholt out. He then runs away as he's transitioning on triple time there. He gets hit a few times. Oh, again, picks the worst time to not turn around and check.
Away with transitioning, able to survive.
Oh, God, that 134. That's going to definitely spook him. We're down to 3 Op 4 and at least a dozen Green 4. More than likely a dozen.
Oh, easily.
I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16,
oh, and here
17, 18, 19.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
over 20.
Oh,
Guy Fieri gets him from the tower. No, that was Stark because Guy Fieri was being aggressive. All right, but expected.
She was trying to push up, and Lolo trying to snipe. Lolo, haven't seen any use of that T5000, especially in terrain like this. That is criminal.
I think that's a misplay. Honestly, he should have been where Charlie and Delta were coming from on the east and set up on one of those mountains.
On a hilltop, yeah.
Yeah, on a hilltop and just started plinking at them while the assault started.
There's
to draw attention.
400 meters away. That's perfect sniping distance.
So I think Op4 just really who was
really
command?
messed up.
Mountain screwed up his plan here, unfortunately. The southern attack should have been closer together on the 2 pincers so they could have coordinated. Northern attack, although it was a great ambush up by then, Green 4 was reinforcing. If he really wanted to attack both AOs at the same time, he should have attacked them at the same time. Instead, he should have just attacked one AO and then the other.
Revenge got clapped, and now Lolo is running away. And I would expect him to call this pretty soon.
Yeah, because, I mean, he's the sniper. He's not going to go in there on his own.
Yeah, he's going to stay way back.
They're going to...
He's checking the map now.
Honestly, they need to call it like a 5-minute thing, because No one wants to sit around for 17 minutes for one
He's
guy.
putting out. He put down his rifle and his rangefinder.
Is he gonna try to John Wick this? In my opinion, he shouldn't put the sniper down. He should use that on his push in.
That's his armor. He puts his. Oh. I see what he's doing.
He's surrendering. Is he gonna try to surrender and then pull his handgun out and then get shot Justin Bieber style?
Dude.
Like
he's doing it Mexican style. He's got the Mexican carry. He's just got it tucked in his waistband, pointing at his junk. When they go to frisk him,
Stark is literally watching this man come up.
They're watching it. He must have radio comms.
Oh my god.
It's like two friends embracing after a long time.
They cable tied him?
He's cable tied. Okay, well, that can be how two friends greet each other after a long time, you know?
Here we go. They've won. And then they...
Because he's a civilian, he is invincible.
Amazing.
Great show of defense from both.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't lose any of their VIPs and didn't compromise any of the sites, even though it got kind of dicey for the northern one.
He was captured. They
Not
called
bad
it.
at all.
GG. All right.
Alright, I'm gonna run some ads and update my commands.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, this is Chongo Angola for the map. Mission, this is going to be round 2, so before I do that, I do plan on covering all round snipe because new mod set is curious about it. This is going to be blue 4 attacking green 4 2 sectors. Round 2, 4 is attacking 2 green 4 sectors. Blue 4 has an AAVP. Wow, okay. Okay. Wow, that's like a full-on convoy there. Blue 4 has an AAVP with an M2 and M240. AAV with an M2 and an M240. A command LAV and 2 M240 Humvees. While green 4 has 5 Vodniks. Okay. And 3.
Maz says he was just playing My Summer Car that round. Interesting.
Nice. Alright. I'll BRB 1 second. I gotta say hi to a friend who showed up. BRB.
Oh. Sounds like fun.
Alright. Back in a minute. Sorry about that.
Oh, I can't believe you got rid of the friend that fast. You've really worked on the process of dismemberment and disillusion.
What? It's not even a horny bunk. That's just a weird bunk. See, you gave such good commentary with me that last round on the attacks, but the horny man. You gotta work on the horny.
That's what they call me. They call me the horny man.
For the love of God.
Yeah, I was waiting for it. It's funny, I can count like the 7 seconds in my head, and that's when I start to see the bonk barbarian to horny jail ones pop up.
Oh, what, you're monitoring my chat?
Yeah, I got it. I've been trying to keep an eye on more things. I used to keep a big chunk of my screen dedicated to like the preview monitor, but now I keep it kind of small because that doesn't change. I know what it looks like.
That's fair. Thanks, Devour. I appreciate it.
Am I really only worth 10 points to you?
To them.
Well, there's so many people doing it, I guess I'm just that popular. Everyone wants to bonk the barbarian.
If that's what you need to say to convince yourself about it, then by all means, you can build your own narrative.
Listen, gaslighting myself is the only way I get to come anymore.
It's a free country. Please bonk them harder.
It's just, yeah, as I hit 7, it's just, I just see a wall of them pop up. It's funny. It's so just like X equals Y as far as an equation.
I see.
Your bonking only makes me hornier.
I might not make it around
Oh,
there.
I finally get in the slot. Nice. Did we gain more people from the first round?
I think we did, actually, because we're up to 105 now.
Yeah,
we started with
we're
like
in the triple
95 or
digits.
so. Yeah. Neat. This is round 2, yes. I know, round 3 has tanks. We can deal with his horniness for round 3, all right? I will do my best. Here's some ear bleach for us all. I love this thing.
Send in Goat Team 6 now.
Devil Demon, thanks for gifting out a random sub. It went to Tainto. Hope you're able to keep enjoying the operations. I hope we do get a nice kick out of this scenario. But otherwise, we're just relaxing. God, I might actually have a dev stream later in the evening, but I might just relax, so we'll see how it goes. I have a lot of footage to edit, too. What slot are they putting Iander on?
I'm looking. No, he's on Matt, but I think they're trying to get him to do something else, or Scandy to do something else, and he's like, how about no?
Of course. Alright. Nemesis was unbelievable in his assault output. Yeah, no, he did a great amount of counterattacking last round, and that certainly did help them out in the defense, going 5-1. You'd be surprised what one person to going 5-1 does for the rest of the scenario. I don't really drink a lot anymore.
Smart.
So, I mean, the OFCRA yesterday, I had one Blue Moon just to, casually sip on. And then before that, it had been a few weeks since I just, had a few beers on I think, an OFCRA stream. Again, I've just been too stressed from working to really drink, to be honest.
That is so ironic.
Longest range AT I've shot.
'Cause usually
Center
I'm
of
too drunk
Altus
to be
Airfield
stressed.
to the military base. On the mountaintop,
That's
which
healthy, I
is
swear.
well over a click. I had to use sticky notes to range my shot in. It was pretty funny.
I had $50 to spend on Amazon. I don't know what to get. Condiment squeeze bottles. Oh, nice.
I swear he was going to say something horny, and then I listened to the rest of that, and I'm like, okay, it's interesting. Barb, what's the longest AT shot you've hit? Because I got asked that in chat.
Oh, longest AT shot I hit. I've definitely hit stuff past 400, 500 meters with an RPG-7 with the V3 scope, but it's past the normal ranging. So I think probably that as far as without a rangefinder. But I think the longest one I hit like 1250 with a Moz, the vanilla Moz Mod 1, from like the top of a mountain onto a vehicle.
I know my longest was the center of Altus Airfield to the military base north of that one town to the left of it. The one where I'd use the sticky notes to range on my screen. Did I show you that?
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that.
And then, but my favorite long range shot has to be when I nailed like an 850 meter shot on a helicopter going right to left for Splendid Squad. And I killed Remy and someone else in there. That was a beautiful one too. That is absolutely my favorite AT shot. Because that was like the most perfect way I could have ended that up.
Yeah.
That's one for my glory wall.
Is that what you call it now?
I don't know. One of these days I will make a pride wall of something and just, put little snapshots of all my achievements. Because why not? It's, I guess, something to get there. And I know he was so mad that I nailed that shot because he didn't think I actually did it like that. I just whiffed it in the air and got him. I screamed so hard that I almost passed out then and there because I couldn't believe I made that one.
Yeah, fair.
Oh man.
Ooh, we pushed in. I was too busy looking at junk on Amazon.
Yeah, they're having a weird glitch where we're black screened on the map. They're still working on trying to fix it. So the first round it seemed to be okay, but this round, back to what we were seeing in the EU rounds.
Nothing.
But I'll be honest, Iander makes better, more dedicated AT shots than me. He has the gift.
Oh yeah, no, he has. Well, more importantly than that, he has the experience because that's what
every week in FNF.
He has min-max
Hope you
into
enjoying
that.
the operations.
He's not a slouch when
nice
it comes to CQB, but as you've seen, Nemesis can do that really well. I mean, Yanni can do that really well, and Nimia can do that really well. But Iander, his thing is rocket shots. So much so that he got banned for shooting his own Apache about 3 fucking years ago.
Out of TSB for a week. That was funny.
There's a lone Apache. He's NATO. There's an Apache loitering, 600-700 meters away?
So, in his defense, he was absolutely tired and his brain was just on IAT things. So, judging, this is coming from a guy who had to deal with a lot of other administrative stuff and banning people in a community. I've seen a lot worse, but at the time, we couldn't believe he did that. And then we went through 3 more years of banning people for dumb reasons. So, upon reflection, I can understand. It's just how it be sometimes. Oh god, it's raining. Oh god, naked men.
Naked man in the rain.
Naked
Rain, man.
So I'm really interested in this one because Blue 4 get a literal convoy to get into this scenario here.
They do. The fucking Lab 25? Fucking Amtrak?
So all of the GMGs and autocannons have been replaced with 240s, by the way, so don't get your hopes up too hard.
240s.
I didn't say it was dumb reasons.
Such a
What's
blue
that?
balls.
It was justified. But I'm saying there have been some really dumb things that have happened in TSB that we've had to ban people for, and we didn't think that people would do it, but people have done it.
Hey, Liru's chat, listen. If a man dresses up and it makes me think that he's a girl, then hey, he deserves to get fucked.
That has nothing to do. Background. Upon receiving green lights from the White House, the first Marine Expeditionary Unit of the United States Marine Corps have been ordered into Southwest Africa in order to remove a Russian-friendly regime known to be committing crimes against humanity in the Congo. The initial landing force was ambushed in a small village in U.S. air power, then subsequently demolished the said town. Demolished said town. Now, the remaining force of the regime, consisting of the dictator and his personnel guard, lie in wait for the next attack, not knowing where it will be coming from. Area of operations. The White House finds some testicles. The world hopefully won't blow up as a result.
I gotta see the testicles.
The briefing. Area of operations.
I gotta find the testicles.
Of course you would be interested. Notes, LAV-25 has had Bushmaster swapped out for a 50 cal. Mark 19 on the AAVP has been swapped out for the M240 and a 50 cal. Notes on map are scout reports from Green 4 and are only relevant to Green 4. Mission rules, if it seems meta, it's probably meta. Game mode, 2 sectors. They're non-sequential. Basically, if Blue 4 enters, stop looking for testicles, you ballad.
I just started feeling for them, you're right.
Bonk him! Game mode is just to get a Blue 4 guy in the sector, kill everyone that's not Blue 4 in the sector so they take control of it. As long as Green 4 has a infantry member, not in a static, not in a vehicle, not unconscious in the sector, Blue 4 cannot take it. So Blue 4 is attacking here. They're going to be attacking with the Marines Desert Camouflage as their loadouts. They've got M27s and M4s, M249s and 240 Gulfs, M136s for their light anti-tank, and M40A5, I believe it's still a bolt-action sniper rifle.
It is.
With an M14 or SOCOM 16 for their suppressed shooters, basically 2 20-round battle rifles. And then the MP7 or the M4A1 for crew and aviation, nothing custom on the CSW. They get 9 USA-flagged transports, Tahoes, whatever the heck we call them, transport SUVs, I'll just say that. 1 AAVP with 10 100-round magazines for the M2, and 8 200-round magazines for the 240 Bravo. The LAV-25 has 1, so an M240 coax, and then 5 100-round magazines. And the LAV-C2 has 5 200-round magazines for the gunner, and then the commander seat also has 5 200-round magazines. So I just want to look at that real quick. That's the Command Vic, but they only have 1 gun, so I don't know how that works on the LAV.
So I gotta ask. This is meant to be kind of Cold War-ish, right? Like,
yes.
not specifically, but like just generally.
I think
so
it's not. I don't think it's Cold War here.
Why are there vehicles from Halo in this operation then?
I don't know what you mean.
Chevy Tahoe. You didn't see the thing about the Chevy Tahoe and the Halo TV
right.
series?
Yeah, because they had one in the TV series. Yep,
Yeah,
you're right.
Yep, Chevy Tahoe. So this is officially
Has
an
nothing to do with what we're talking about, Barb, but okay.
Heroes and be damned. I can't believe Nemesis really went off the deep end. He really jumped the shark with this one.
Falcon has blown up his motorcycle because they are jumping with the motorcycles.
Wait, where?
And I assume Falcon hit a bush. And yeah, now they're just getting teleported back immediately.
Oh, I heard the cook off from the motorcycle.
And there's Blam. He just broke both wheels on his motorcycle.
Where the fuck are they going?
They're doing stunts. Well, back to the right up here as we break things down. They also have 2 M2 Humvees. Actually, no, they're M240 Humvees, my bad, with 11 belts at 200 rounds. Otherwise, looking at the roster here, do you want to go over the roster?
I can go over the roster, sure. For Blue 4, Jack Mix 77, gonna be leading us today. Newer name, was he in the last round even?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't
either.
recognize it.
Man's just hopping in and taking the fucking pilot seat, or see where this fucking train goes and see how fucking hard it derails. Blom here, gonna be leading up X-Ray. We have Banks as the sniper with that M40A5. Falcon, get in some fucking air. What the fuck? Holy shit.
I think that's Stark driving.
Yes, you're correct. I figured it was Falcon driving because he was in the air. Sorry.
You know, Hawks are in the air too.
Shut the fuck up.
So would it be reasonable to say that Falcon is flying like a hawk?
Damn it! I fucking unmuted right as you said it, you son of a bitch.
You're welcome. That's an inside joke between Barb and I for a few things.
Alpha with Anderson, Poe, Martin, Cosmonaut, Miller, Guy, Sergeant Bridges,
Kaweru, that's
Cyrus,
great.
Fisk, Warwick,
That's a great counter. 1 second, 1 second.
Trivago, no hotel or parental, just
so
Trivago.
that's Falcon in the air again. One could say it's foul logic.
I'm gonna crush your windpipe like a glass window.
And they're teleported back into the AO. And it so if they flip, it brings them back.
That actually does kind of make sense. Yeah, they hop it out and they flip. Well, it doesn't matter because it's gonna get teleported back on its two wheels.
I love how Falcon's doing his little dance back here, showing how his hips go.
Oh damn, those hips don't lie. Hot damn.
That is a flip. Yep. And Witcher Dragon, thanks so much for the 14-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But anyway, keep going through that roster.
Leading Bravo HQ, we got Irish Empire, that's a new name. Gens, that's a new name. Sharp Zeus, I think is the new name.
We're playing Tony Hawk while we wait.
Chadwick Boseman, Oki, and Rave Master. Mostly new names, and I swear new for this round. I'm like 100% sure.
Is it a matter as you, Dragon? I've totally butchered that. Yes, I did watch that. I'm sorry, I misread it.
Squad. It was Scandy there and Charlie too. That's a very, very, very solid squad. So hopefully they don't get squandered or ambushed. If they're able to make a play, then they most likely will.
Amaterasu.
Rounding up Delta is going to be Snuffles, Space
My apologies.
Carl, Zoni, Artisan Gary, Korvac, Callahan, Wolfer Khan, and Ducky. So pretty solid team overall. Obviously a bunch of new players and a new commander who may not know how to play Scandy Recon may go, hey, what about this? And I'm pretty sure the server is crashing.
Server looks fine to me.
Well, I got a yellow chain for a second, and it's back to normal. Okay, never mind.
That, I think, is your local internet connection.
0 drop frames on my end, but possibly. Who knows?
All right, well, let's go ahead and look at Green 4 here. So Green 4 on the breakdown, they're going to be running African Militia Desert Camo. Loadout's going to be a mix of AK-74s and AKMs with RPKs, PKPs, RPG-26 as their light anti-tank, T-5000 for the sniper with an AKS with 45-round magazines or an AS-Val for the 2 weapons of choice for the 2 recon guys, and then a PP-2000 or an AKS for the crew and aviation guys. Nothing custom on the CSW. We have another bus. Green 4 have a bus. Let's see how they use it. They've got 2 KPTV Vodnik, so basically a BTR turret on a more mobile vehicle, but it's basically a giant kill box. They've got 3 with PKTs. 1 is forward, 1 is rear for maximum coverage. 6 motorbikes, and then 2 transport trucks. You want to break down the roster for them as well?
Do you mind taking those, and I'll take over the sectors?
Okay, Sam is going to be leading. We see him take it once in a while. He is a member of TSB, and we'll see how well he does with that. Vagrant being the X-Ray team leader, with Grav as his medic, Despo being the sniper, Timek, and Riccardi also on there. So I don't know what role Timek is. I think he's just another rifleman. But Riccardi and Nightshade both being the AKS gunners, you can tell because they have the AKS on their symbol, and you also see the suppressors on them. I would choose that here. The AS Val, especially on these longer ranges, is not really going to be effective. We'll see drop off with those shots, so a good choice there. Otherwise, Muffin Prime being the top slot for Alpha HQ. He's with Bant and Chow, Seismo, XXL Tiger, Green Shade, Mazfred, Spiky RP, Revanche, and Lolo, all under Alpha HQ. By the way, the DMR for Green 4 appears to be an SVD. I'd imagine for Blue 4 it'll be either an Mark 11 or a M14, but considering the time, probably a Mark 11. So it's going to have 20 rounds magazines instead of the SVD's 10-round magazines, but I'll confirm that later. Otherwise, 82nd Airborne players under Bravo HQ with Chaos, Squeaks, and Snatch Goblin. Charlie HQ has Nielsen and Naders. Charlie 1 being led by Drake with Bates, Herb, Pinto, Eagle, and Sublime. Charlie 2 led by Wells with Chult, Garcia, Hudson, McKee, and Norris with a PKP. That is noteworthy. And then Mountain leading Delta 1 with Patriot, Olaf, Give Me Your Milk, Dooley, Twins, and Green Thumb. Interesting how Dooley's in one group and Bay is in the other, if he's even playing, because I might have missed him. Where was Bay? Or I guess Bayent, technically.
I thought Bay was on Blue 4, maybe?
Yeah, I thought I saw him on Blue 4 too. I'm looking.
No, not seeing. Oh, no, Green 4, Alpha HQ.
Alpha HQ for Green 4. You're right. So he's playing with Chow for this round instead of Dooley. Interesting choice, but I do see him play with Chow occasionally as well. Go ahead, hit those sectors.
Ooh, yes, I will gladly hit your sectors up. Sector 1 over on the west side is a nice kind of picturesque town. It is, I'd say, about 60 to 75% destroyed. And what is left is amongst rubble strewn about in the area. We have some nice props to break up the very grid-based town structure that we have here, but for the most part, it's going to be a lot of very close quarters urban fighting from ruined house to ruined house. Yes, exactly. So we could see if people do opt for more close quarters fighting, this is going to be the place where it happens. We do have some, I'm not going to quite call it Overwatch because it's, they don't really have that ability with the distance and the terrain, but it is a bit of a hilltop, kind of a, I'm going to say outpost up here. So they should be able to assist Sector 1 from the south should the need arise. And at the very end of it, we have a house with a C-130 crashed into it. I don't think that's the White House or the Testicles, but I'm not sure. It is a white, like, kind of building, so I'm not sure. Regardless, moving on to Sector 2, over on the east side. Platoon's the only one still here, and they might just hide it out in here and be that kind of fly in the ointment to prevent Blue 4 from taking it. But what will they be taking is the question. This sector of pretty densely collected buildings. We see a mix of Texan and Tanoa buildings, some tin sheds, stone buildings. This one with a red roof can be entered and may be a good place to hole up in the event of very close quarters fighting. Kind of watch the doors, kind of very desperate play, but we will see what happens. And with both sectors, really, it's just this very flat, open approaches. Not a lot of room for Overwatch or supporting fire without it either being in a ditch or a mile away. So bit of a rough call here for Green 4, honestly, but should see some good stuff from Blue 4.
Another thing about Green 4, if you check the map, Green 4 doesn't know where Blue 4 is spawning.
I see.
So that's why there's these 4 different markers here to indicate potential possibilities, but Blue 4 is the only one that knows where they're going to be actually coming from. Right off the bat, you know that the helicopter rotor is Ron because there wasn't a listing of a Blue 4 helicopter in the asset list. So that's Ron. So there's 3 other potential directions that Green 4 could be assaulting from. And I'm going to be honest, I would probably think the airfield's a dud because that is a long drive to get Blue 4 in. I would think they're coming from the north, and I think Green 4 is going to start falling for that too.
Because they're closer.
Yeah.
No, I think you're absolutely right. And I think they're kind of preparing for that too, at least for something from the northwest. Only real road leading into here are, well, there's roads coming from the southwest, southeast, and northeast. So there are a few roads leading into the AO, but We'll see what Green 4 does. They are sending out those motorbikes pretty aggressively to start out with. They do have X-ray on them, so maybe they're trying to get eyes on the greater area. We'll see.
So we're going to probably see 5 minutes of maneuvering. We got Blue 4 already dividing into 2 groups here. Recon, I would imagine, are on what remains of those bikes. Yep, they're under X-ray control. So this is going to be some sort of pincer attack. They might try to hit both sectors at the same time. Green 4, meanwhile, putting a major amount of defenses around Sector 1, a minor amount at Sector 2, just one guy and a few outskirts. So it's quite possible we might see a repeat of round 1 if Blue 4 doesn't have any supported attacks. However, they have much more powerful vehicles to work with, but at the same time, the GMGs and the autocannons that they normally have are taken out, so we'll just have to see how well they're utilized.
What sucks here is that Green 4 are actually pretty well set up for this southwestern approach. They do have a lot of guys up here in what constitutes high ground, points 8.6, 8.9, 8.4 up here, but just the tree cover from these kind of sub-Saharan trees is just really stifling any kind of possibility here for them. They have a bunch of keyholes that they can kind of look through, but this isn't the Overwatch that I think they were expecting or hoping. And that might complicate things if and when Blue 4 approaches from the southwest. You see him starting to dismount already, so we could see an infantry screen if they continue along like this. But if they push up in the vehicles, Green 4 might still be able to hit them, just considering the terrain, but it's going to be a little tight.
So Blues 4 also preferring an early dismount. That is still going to be a 2-click walk. And then the Southern Vic still driving on the road. They're going to have to eventually go off-road. There are some mountains in the way, so it's going to make a little bit of a tough drive in place here, but they could eventually get around, and then I think the mountain bikes are also going to have some issues. But on the northern side, it's a little less mountainous, but there's still some pretty thick hills here. So yeah. Blue 4 is going to be spending a lot of time doing maneuvers here.
Send in Goat 6.
Fox out.
Absolutely.
Thanks for that 3-month resub.
Well, that leaves me time to drink.
Hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. So yeah, Green 4 definitely don't know where Blue 4 is coming from. They're actually betting quite a bit on a northern advance, which they might catch recon for Blue 4 out of position, but otherwise Blue 4 doing these early dismounts. If Green 4 just sent a Vic down the MSR, they'd be able to catch it, but I guess they just don't want to bet on that.
They were going to do that, but they ended up sending that squad or two north of the MSR, so that is not going to happen this time, unfortunately. Now,
this is just going to be one of those. Go ahead.
Grab is on hill 170, and he is looking in that direction of Blue 4. I think he knows that he has people to his southeast, but still, I'm kind of surprised he's not looking more south from where he is. I don't know what he sees or thinks that he sees, but might try and call something out.
It's just going to be a lot of deployment. I've also noticed they're kind of holding on that road, so they're waiting for the other pincer to be in position, so they are trying to coordinate. Both AOs being hit at the same time. I wonder when they're going to be ordered to start moving, but this means that they really want to keep this attack locked down so the enemy doesn't know. I want to check real quick. The maximum view distance is 1.5 clicks. So...
yeah, but I think between the terrain and the foliage on the map, they should be okay for the most part. We do have a bunch of Green 4 guys up on those mountaintops.
Those Blue 4 Vics, it's the LAV and the AAVP. They're being put in the middle. That's going to at least make Green 4 turn their forces around, though, by seeing those over there. So
yeah, I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to have the LAVs and that main western force split up Sector 1 and have that eastern group maybe do some probing attacks on 2.
They spotted Green 4.
Yeah, they're engaging at first sight. which is a very interesting call.
They could be moving over there to be put on a hill to overwatch both sectors with that click-and-a-half range, but at the same time, that's incredibly risky, sending those forces up with little to no support. Because that is just Charlie. They've got a squad of Charlie with them, but that's very, very risky because they don't know if Green 4 have those ridges and they're engaging guys already, but that's going to slow the assault down. Furthermore, real quick, Blue 4 have remounted everything on their left flank attack, and they're actually pushing them up the MSR. I guess realizing that those ridges might be taken, so that attack might continue unsupported from other flanks. That's, again, a risk.
We'll get into that caveat there. And yeah, I'm still very surprised that those LAVs just engaged at first sight. And I think that might be spoiling the plan a little bit. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, that decision to engage on site has well, we'll see if there are repercussions, but I would completely anticipate there being ones for this. As we see that Blue 4 force to the west driving by Delta 1, they're looking down here to this road. No chance they don't see him. Where's the AT?
This is a rush.
Patriot there with an RPG-7. He's waiting for it. Oh, I think they're going too fast.
At that range, yeah, no, I don't think he's going to be able to make a hit.
Yeah, too fast and too far.
They're actually... Okay, so we're starting to see a few dismounts.
Zony, no.
What? Got Green 4 firing at a hill to the south. And you got Dooley lay. Oh god, Dooley. Dooley is gonna be found and executed by a 240. Oh, Dooley tried to camp the rear line, but he finally got found. Because normally Dooley camps the rear line and then comes out and just massacres Blue 4, but Blue 4 actually checked the buildings and just happened to find Dooley and take him out. So Blue 4 now know that Green 4 is around here, so they are going to take this a little more cautiously. But the southern part of this advance is now going to start getting on top of where Green 4 are on a ridge.
No, this is really bad. This is a position you want to have a lot of space between, because now that they're pushing up the side of this hill,
yep.
Green 4,
Drake is going to find these trenches. Drake's going to turn around. Drake.
He's like, hey, what's going on here?
Drake, what are you doing?
Full piles of dirt. Man, I love dirt.
What? What was that? Now you got Herb firing down. He gets a kill. More Marines are pushing from the north here.
Some grenades going out now.
Eagle's going to headshot Bridges. There that is. This is incredibly uncoordinated. Warwick gets a kill, only to be pushed by Drake and taken out. Now Cyrus has an angle, gets one kill. Sablon's pulling back. He gets hit. Very uncoordinated attack. This shows me that Blue 4 did not think Green 4 was up here.
No,
this is an absolute mess.
Definitely not. And which means that Green 4, I think, were able to maintain this position's secrecy pretty well.
Oh, AAVP, the gunner just got, for the command Vic, just got taken out.
Yeah, that 14.
Yep.
That's going to be deadly against them.
Heard a Maz round come in. It was just short, though.
Cybers
real
is
quick.
looking up.
Both sides have 2 AT rounds per. It's a SMA, actually, in play.
Cyrus almost gets down, but just gets to the...
Humvee gunner taken out. Other forces are slowly pushing around. Charlie's pinned on the ridge, so that's their heavy vehicles on caught out.
Yep, that's what I was expecting.
They're moving a PKT Vodnik up. That's not going to do anything, though. Blue 4, meanwhile, they're going to be able to rush around and take Sector 2 and then maybe sandwich Sector 1.
We have Blue 4. Is that X-Ray, I think it is? King, Flux, Armor Jesus, Wise, Michael. I think they're an infantry team. But they're pushing up well in advance of that LAV.
Cosmoc gets his 136 out, tries to prime it, takes fire, quickly crouches. He's going to get a shot on Naders there. There it is. The other KPTV Vic taken out. One more remain on the north, still harassing that northern side. We need to see Blue 4 now in a disadvantageous numbers fight on the rest of this defensive line that Green 4 made. We do see members like Guy Fieri here, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's only 3 of them over here, 2 more lingering back. That's Anderson and Wiki. One of them just got taken out by Naders with his crewman gun. But I don't see this attack lasting. More Blue 4 guys on the northern side have just been taken out by the KPTV Vodnik. This attack has pretty much failed. again, unsupported.
And it's a matter of just jumping the gun, and maybe that's command not fully anticipating how long it takes for people to get in position. Maybe that's squads, because we saw the LAV again opening fire on first contact. They shot first, so I don't know if it's them that's jumped the gun and has turned the rest of this into a bit of a chaos and a clusterfuck, but somewhere along the line, something went wrong.
So we might see a bit of an opportunity present itself here. So Blue Force still have a few stragglers on the northern side. The Vics have pulled back, and that's pulling the Green 4 guys back to, instead of it doing a rear attack on this Blue 4 group, AT went in. Humvee was just taken out. I think the AAVP was successfully able to pull away. They're picking off survivors, but this might allow Blue 4 some time to continue their push and actually start the assault on the sector itself. Because we need... Oh, God, look at the really far dismount on Blue 4's strike team onto Sector 2. I was thinking maybe Blue 4 could rush in, take Sector 2, and then push and take Sector 1, but again, the units are all separated. They're completely uncoordinated, and Green 4 is just going to piecemeal them here.
Too. Like, look at this completely advanced group of Zeist and Toast have great eyes over this entire sector. They should be able to see.
They're going to call in and say it's clear, and then they need to immediately remount their Vic and then drive out.
That's what I'm hoping. They still have.
Yeah, they've got it loaded. Or at least the Humvee loaded on reserve there. Where's their truck though?
It's just
it's an SUV down there. Yeah. So they need to really. See, we're biased to have the eye in the sky. It's going to take them another minute or two to do recon of that sector and then make a decision to rush. But just Blue 4 have so many units in so many different positions. We're really just asking for Blue 4 to somehow beat a superior force at Sector 1 with their limited manpower here. And it's not going to happen.
Blue 4 Command is asking. And also worth noting, again, the attacking side X-Ray.
Wow.
Way out of position, and is so from the
Green 4 have stolen the command LATV. Or I guess just LAV would be the proper term. Mountain's in it right now, but he's Green 4. Blue 4 continuing to push the rest of their forces on that hill. You've got Blue 4 on Overwatch on the south with their armed vehicles. They smashed through some of those Green 4 guys that were around, but I could still see Blue 4 overpowering what remains here, but again, I need to see the remaining Blue 4 force that came into Sector 1 get at least trade evenly.
Yeah.
I did just see Guy Fieri get another kill. That's great. He's going to be my linchpin I'm looking at here because he himself is a very, very good player. He's got some other Blue 4 guys here to work with. I think they could get in some good licks here on Sector 1. But with that KPTV marauding around them, I don't see it likely. He got a bit of a blessing because those two vehicles pulled back, distracted that 5-man group from coming up and flanking them on the rear, but that's only going to buy them a little bit of time, especially Blue 4 doesn't have any AT right now. They had one light anti-tank guy. He took out the other KPTV, Vodnik, but now the northern one might maraud around and try to find other people to pick off because it already has gotten 2 or 3 kills with that heavy gun.
Yeah, and already on the western side, we're seeing Blue 4 numbers down to about half a dozen.
What are you doing up here?
Southern group of the labs, they're still fighting, and they still have numbers, but they're way bogged down, and they're not going to be able to help, even with that LAV.
They're checking the towns. They're just being...
group trying to hit Sector 1.
See, this
Northern
is what...
X-ray still way out in the sticks, and that vehicle on the west for Blue 4 just got hit.
LAV-25 is engaging the Green 4 guys. All right, I don't think that's the 25. There's LAV with the 50 cal. It's firing on the rear, stopping Green 4 from doing a flank attack up here. But here's why I'm a little peeved. We had one group go balls to the wall, and now the other group attacking the other sector is being overtly super cautious about this.
Yeah, completely.
Or I guess covertly cautious, and the other group was being overt about it. So it's, again, it just shows...
overtly cautious. I think that works.
Yeah. But, you know, why is one group going balls to the wall and then why is the other one being super cautious when in reality, if there was anything to spare at Sector 2, it would have been sent to Sector 1 to help deal with that attack. And then, like, leaving you what you want. Why are you spending time reconning that? You have 2 groups overwatching and then one group that just charged right. It makes no sense to me as a tactician and it pisses me off. That's what I'm trying to get across.
Yeah. I don't know if Blue 4 Command, because it is the newer person, Jack Mix 77. So I don't know if they just had the wrong idea about this, or if they didn't anticipate how things are gonna would work with as far as anticipating enemy movements. There's a whole number of things, and that's why like that's
It's
such a
scary,
red
man.
flag. Is new person who we don't recognize is commanding. Is that it's more than just battlefield knowledge or experience, or hey, they could have designed the map for crying out loud, but understanding how this community of players plays just in general is just something that takes time.
KPTV's marauding around. There's another one with a PK with a full team loaded. They're hunting the remaining Blue 4. I think these guys are screwed because they don't have any AT. GLs can still do damage to Vodnik, but it's not going to be enough. You got Wiki firing all the way up on the hill to engage X-Ray, but he's only going to give away his... Actually, no, the BKP Vodnik has pulled off. They're, I think, lost. But that KPTV Vodnik, that is going to be what finds Wiki. Because those cars are relatively quiet. You got X-Ray now coming in from the north, but the LAV that's been captured is driving around mountains solo, driving that vehicle. And Blue 4 are going to walk it into that sector. Yeah, so you're not going to expect to see any follow-up attacks here. Meanwhile, you also have Mimi crawling up here. Waldo's going to be right in front of him. Waldo, wow. Oh my god.
That's the camo at work, baby.
Literally didn't see him in the corner of his eye there. Mimi's gonna keep crawling. Hold up. Koak, you see him. Koak, you see him. Koak. Thank God. Hillary Clinton style.
He pulled out the
He's gonna cable tie him?
Oh, he almost didn't get that, too.
If he got 180 freaking point blank mag done to the face, I would have thrown a fit. He probably did the shoulder tap. That's what a lot of people in FNF like to do. Shoulder tap him and then kill him.
Something like that.
So they actually sniped the gunner out of the, they sniped Chow out of the Vic. It's just the gunner now in the KPTV slot. They're throwing grenades. So they shot the windows out and killed him because the windows are out. But you're not able to kill the gunner. You have to use GLs or something.
The gunner is in some kind of enclosed.
Yeah, he would be in the back enclosed, but there's no way for... He doesn't have a physical model in the vehicle, so he can't be shot out. So they're popping grenades. I mean, yeah, pop his wheels, make it impossible for him to maneuver. Grenades are doing damage, too.
Yeah, it is, in the end, just an armored car like a BTR-40.
It's thin.
But yeah, we're seeing that, those grenades do some damage. Plus, FNF grenades in general are just buffed from the FNF config.
Yeah, for vehicles, but not from infantry for whatever reason.
Right.
X-Ray now on the northern side. You got Falcon here and Stark. Oh, holy. Wait a second. I forgot. Yeah, Falcon and Stark are the suppressed shooters, by the way.
Yeah. That
could be game-changing. You have... I think Stark just picked off the guy next to Despo on the roof. We still could see Blue 4 clutch this because they're now starting to send in their really good heavy hitters on the perfect roll for them to utilize stuff. So Falcon and Stark here, fast-moving players with suppressed 20-shot 7.62 by 51 NATO. This is going to be devastating. And there's still some guys harassing the southern side, too, with the remains of that Blue 4 attack. So Falcon, he folds in because he took fire. Looks like he got hit 3 times as well. But yeah, Charlie continues to stay on that ridge with that entire squad, just sweeping a few stragglers on him. I guess they're going to meet Bravo to take Sector 2, but again, this just feels really uncoordinated.
I don't know if it's coordinated or not at this point, which means it probably isn't, but it's just... I really don't know. Because, yeah, it's been so disjointed to the point where they might as well be different factions with how far apart they are and with how little cooperation we've seen.
I think Ground Command's plan was a little too ambitious here. He didn't properly coordinate his 3 attacks, and now it's just kind of fend for yourself. But thankfully, he's got a good level of players here that are great at playing fend for yourself. Falcon getting picked off by Maz. Stark not looking. Oh, now he looks, and now he's shooting at Maz here. Maz then folds in the cover.
Oh, I'm surprised he was able to get into that.
Yeah. Maz, again, one of the really good players here, able to snipe Falcon off. Green 4 could still hold this garrison. That's the really worrisome part. We got some suppression from X-Ray and Delta 1 for Green 4, firing up north. So Blue 4 are still, I don't think they found any AT, but they're kind of sweeping around looking for something because Bayant is still back here in the Vodnik. Anderson's been watching it.
Yeah,
his head is just covered.
Stark tried to cross the road and got taken out, and yeah, Blue 4 is not going to get either sector again, I don't think. Maybe Sector 2.
No, they're going to get Sector 2. That squad's eventually going to get there, but here's the thing. We're almost halfway through our time. Looks like Blue 4 starting to load back up their vehicles, so they're probably going to do a vehicle rush. If not, they're going to drive and then dismount 500 meters away. I'm amazed that they spent this much time doing recon and they're still being incredibly cautious here. Like, if you can't find evidence of a person, then there's no reason to have that. Anderson got flanked. He's getting shot at because he was trying to overwatch that Vic. They put an explosive on Bayant's Vic, but he is still alive as his Vic is now cooking. Another satchel being thrown. That's just a charge. That blows up the Vic and Bayant, but I think he was able... No, he wasn't. He then gets out and is immediately taken out. So, good call there. I think they found an explosive dead, found explosives, but Anderson is now down, and you've got 5 members of Green 4 trying to fold in. It's still Guy Fieri and Martin, though. Guy Fieri, I think, could still turn this around. It's great at sending people to Flavor Town, but Blue 4's incredible caution here is really just... It's... I already ranted about it. I'm annoyed. No, what's the AAVP doing? Oh my. Keep going straight, because if you turn, you're going to flip yourself.
Is it giving no fucks? Yeah.
Yeah, charge right in. Again, we're blind in the sense we see that only one guy is up there, but they literally just recon this entire AO from 2 separate angles and saw nothing. So why are they being so cautious?
Who knows? They're going to be vindicated, though, once they step in the sector and go, oh, hey, we haven't captured it yet. That means there's enemies here. Which means we were right to be cautious.
Yeah.
So they're going to be completely vindicated.
Oh my god, the Blue 4 LAV driving right in the middle of a Green 4 line, drives right into the RPG guy, and he blows them up! You fucking...
kind of sideways there.
Oh... So you do all that recon, but then you don't recon the place you're actually driving to. You chuckleheads.
Put the 2 burning guys out of their misery. And have some friendly fire between Mount and Grab. Lots of friendly fire now.
That's one entire half of that. This is just pissing me off.
So now it's 2 for 2, right?
How are you doing all of this recon of the AOs but not reconning your route? Where is the logic here? Why is this so freaking willy-nilly?
I had faith for Sector 1 too, and that one failed even harder than Sector 2.
Like, Guy Fieri and Martin are pinned by a really nice envelopment of Green 4 guys on multiple different areas. They're trying to pop grenades and smoke. Both are pretty badly hit here. I think the smokes are being panically thrown here. One frag goes out. We see another thing go out. I know they have explosive charges too. There would have been 4 charges on that guy. I hope they took all 4. They only used 2 on that Vodnik. Garcia went down. They could still... oh, it's Norris over here, though. And he has a PKP. We saw that earlier. Martin goes down because they're getting grenade spammed here. They're about to be flanked by Norris. This is over.
I'm watching them as Sector 2, as Ravemaster and Toast start to breach.
Norris didn't see him. Norris! Norris, my boy.
Sam is just staring wistfully off into the distance. I think he's focused on the map. And now he's heard something. He's just gone guns up. So he hears Zeist or someone who's pushing up. And I think they might have heard
RPG doesn't
Sam
have an arm.
thing.
You can fire it point blank and hit stuff.
And he domes the
which
Mac
is interesting, because I don't think that's how it works IRL.
Zeist kicks a frag in response.
In real life.
Sam is going to try and cover himself. Nicely done.
If this man solos, I'm gonna
He's
I'm gonna have
need
a
to pop
fit.
fresh mag. If he threw a frag and popped a fresh mag, he'd be good. Another frag goes out from...
Goes behind the cabinet, though.
Yep. And just a little late on the tracking. Gets the headshot, but actually trades.
There's Sector 2.
And there's Sector 2. So they're going to come up and maybe try and double tap him. But these are new players, so they may not. Zeus does come up, and he will double tap. There you go.
Guy Fieri popping smoke, trying to medic Martin back up as Green 4 looks around for him.
So that, I think, should make Green 4 turtle up a little bit harder.
And there's Norris finally finding Guy Fieri, and one shot to the back of the head is all it took. Blue 4, X-Ray wiped on the north. The other Vic, the AAVP, is now over here. It's firing up at the hill to try to engage Chaos up here. He was left up there. I don't get why this Vic is now coming around, because they saw that the... so uncoordinated, so loosey-goosey, such a big mix of...
It's to the point
people
where
being cautious, people
seems
being
like a foreign
ballsy.
concept to them.
This is just really getting under my skin. Because, I mean, the first round, there were 2 uncoordinated attacks. This is literally every element is behaving under a completely different set of rules and making such rookie mistakes. Like, Blue 4 still had a chance to salvage this. Blue 4 still had a relatively high number advantage. On the short-range firefights, Blue 4 was winning. But it just... the maneuvering of Blue 4, the Overwatch, and again, we have eye in the sky, we know what's going on, but, I mean, again, for the freaking LAV to spend all that time up there with the other Vic reconning this out, and then to go a route that they didn't even check, and to drive literally right up to the RPG guy. There was gunfire from this hilltop over here, and no one noticed it. It is mind-boggling. Burton taking out a Green 4 guy. They've got control of their LAV back, but this guy's just chilling on the gun. You see him? The LAV guy right here, is he alive?
One near the firing?
Look
no,
next to he has to be dead, because I don't have a selection on that, but that's funny.
Yeah, that has to be dead.
So, members of Scan Your Recon have pulled up here. Yeah, they're double tapping him just in case, but yeah, they pulled up here. They cleaned up the rest. This just hurts.
They're doing something at least. At least someone is doing something.
So AAVP is probably going to go pick up with a guys at Sector 2 and then push them in, but now Green 4 has a number advantage.
And they have positional advantage because they go, oh, hey, we don't have Sector 2 anymore. Shoot anything that moves outside of this town. Like, yeah, and
emotional damage.
At the very...
Pelican choked the Maz.
Use that LAV as an APC.
Should have stuck closer to start, you goober.
Bum rush the rest of the infantry
Where's
into town,
the coordination?
and then maybe do some weasel runs. That's probably what I would try and do. But it's such a Hail Mary play, because that's all they got left at this point.
Riggs, anyone with an MCO tag can access MCO. If you want to play FNF, just do !FNF and you can get into the Discord, buddy. Because TFAR was bugged. Likely excuse, sir. Sorry, I'm switching my lights here to different colors because they're starting to do a little flashing, which just terrifies me because the wattage is a little lower than the bulbs can handle.
Some movement from those vehicles to the south for Blue 4. But yeah, with just a 240 on the... it's a 240 on that turret ring. It's not going to do much.
All right, Green 4 have 3, 7, 9, 14, 17 guys remaining. Blue 4 have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 v 17. It's completely even. Green 4 have a few groups on the outside. Blue 4 have a group of 4 and a group of 13. If Blue 4 can regroup all their forces, do a clean sweep of Sector 1, they could probably outmaneuver the 3 guys to the south. Those 4 guys to the east could push into the sector and reinforce. Defender advantage versus vehicles, but Green 4 still have 2 AT guys in the zone. This is going to be close. I'm annoyed that it's gotten this close, but this is going to be close.
That is worth noting. Those AT guys, both Green Shade and Revenge in Sector
Single
1.
shot disposables, RPG 26s.
Yeah,
okay.
26s. Not too good as far as effective range. Probably good 250, 300 tops. I mean, Charlie HQ is closing that distance quite rapidly.
It goes well.
So now
Thanks for the
within
45
about
months
200 meters
too.
and closing.
Hope
But
keep
we'll
doing
see.
the operations.
And we're starting to see some end-play fire coming in now as they've gotten spotted out, and they're driving
they're charging.
They're charging in, but they're charging right into the AT. They tank one rocket.
Cruising on down Main Street.
Revenge goes, wait, what the fuck?
Nemesis fails to take out Muffin, has to get forced in the cover here. Revanche just kills 2 of them. Nemesis finally kills Muffin. Revanche now flanking around as Nemesis reloads.
Scandy.
Leander under fire by Green Shade.
And he hops out of the way. Revenge tossing a nade.
Yep, you see the Green 4 guys now folding in. Blue 4 are gonna walk. From Sector 2, you're going to walk.
With
Revanche kills Iander. You have a Blue 4 group in here. Coordinate with the Blue 4 group.
There is an APC. There are options that are faster than walking.
Again, I get it. They want to be cautious here. But why is the AAVP now steaming ahead, getting caught on a rock? Why is it going to go forward like this if the rest of you are just going to walk it? Why? Why are you attacking in small groups and defeating yourself in detail? This is getting pissed.
It's a masterclass in how not to do things. And sometimes you gotta learn.
Like, don't get me wrong.
You won't learn today.
It's just so many uncoordinated attacks. No, Nemesis gets another kill. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is actually grounds for a potential Audrey Hotto incident. There's a lot of buildings. There's a lot of cover. Green 4 are completely spaced out here. You have a skilled player. You could actually see Nemesis turn the tide here as a solo player.
Those 3 to the west are gonna be a big issue along with Norris. Nemesis was looking that way, but is he gonna spot Schultz? I think he just spotted him just in the right timing. Yep. He nearly got headshotted too. Look at him dodge those bullets. But
Norris is gonna catch him. Yeah.
762 to the side of the head.
So why is this AAVP charging in with 4 more dudes? Why are the rest walking? Why weren't they in the AAVP?
Smoke screen.
What is this?
Smoke. Concealment.
Why are 4 people pushing in with the Vic unsupported when the rest are walking? Why is there still 1 guy in the back of the AO with this? Why is there an M2 Humvee just back here? It's a 240, but where's the...
Don't forget those 2 trucks. And again, this is Bravo, who have been so cautious all up that they're taking the side roads. Like, that's... whatever.
I haven't seen a miscoordination like this in FNF in a long time.
I don't think miscoordination is the right way to put this. This is... It's less high level than that. I'm sorry to say. But this
these 2 groups were literally just with each other. Why are they doing 2 separate attacks like this?
That's what I mean. This isn't coordination. Well, it is miscoordination, but in the sense of they're not being directed in the right way. This is, I feel like this comes down on command a little bit more, just because it's like he's with them. He's walking alongside them. This is him making this decision. And if it's not, then he's complicit in the decision being executed.
I think Green 4 got 1 kill for the 4. Humvee's now going at a different angle than the infantry.
What's the trade-off for the APC with the enclosed turret that they can now use against the rest of the approaching infantry? Oh, they've got an LAV, the Amtrak. All they need now is a Lab 25, and they have a fucking armor platoon. They still have like 300 meters to walk too, 350 meters until they reach the zone.
1 second. I'm so annoyed.
So Liru, if you were command, what would you do different?
Coordinated my freaking assets to start. All right, 1 second. 1 second. Oh, it's completely out of focus. Okay, yeah. I want you to see the pain in my eyes.
We gotta see this.
The pain in my freaking eyes over this one. How do you give them all of your vehicles? They have the LAV. They have the AAVP now. The other LAV is up here somewhere, and Greenford frickin' RPG'd at point blank. How do you do that in a round? How do you actually do that?
It's something else.
So now they're shooting up at the Humvee, which is all the way over there, and you got an infantry squad all the way over there.
I mean, Wells is exposed, but hey, let's pop smoke on our position. Yeah, let's just give away.
Now they're smoking their own position.
Let us smoke our position and then fire through the smoke.
At least if they were to try to ambush, then that freaking Humvee up there can draw fire and draw attention so they could sneak in. But no, they're gonna smoke it.
No, but now this is the Humvee's chance.
Were they under fire beforehand?
Never Chadwick Bosman to use that 240 from.
Yeah. Hold up. Did Blue 4 fire beforehand, or did Green 4 detect them? Please tell me Green 4 at least detected this. There goes Z's getting shot at by Patriot, stuck in a reload. There's the kill.
What do you think, man?
So please tell me Blue 4 was shot at, and they're like, oh shit, we're under fire, we need to pop smoke. Instead of, hey, let's run up and pop smoke. Like, what the?
Yeah, let's pop smoke on our position. And move
Please
to
tell me
cover.
they took fire first, at least, because this.
I think they got startled at the fire going up the Humvee. I really think they got startled at the fire going up at the Humvee.
Here's the thing. Let me also clarify. This is not Jack's fault, all right? This was multiple assets refusing to communicate with each other. Jack is only in the wrong because he wasn't able to wrangle everyone, which it can be tough to wrangle Scandi and Papega because they're very offensive groups.
I will agree with you, but I do think that this is on Jack.
I agree.
He has made missteps. There are tactical mistakes that he has made.
I agree. I'm not saying he's completely exempt. I know he made some mistakes here, but other groups completely did their own thing here, and it really shows. He was unable to wrangle them, sure, but this is also on the fault of all of these individual attack angles for completely fumbling this, and it pisses me off to watch.
So
like this, I'm actually annoyed.
Making this competitive and having like baseball cards and stuff.
Yeah, right?
What do you do when that
Here we go!
What do you do when that
Your
happens?
fantasy team just scuffed it. Proki gets taken down after he kills Chaos. You only have this freaking Humvee out here. Irish is over here too. Where the hell did Irish come from?
Ireland, probably? Here comes Chadwick Bosman in that 240
You see
Humvee.
the shit
It
I
is
have
up
to deal
armored.
with?
We'll see if Wells can snipe out the gunner, or Garcia rather. And he sees that Humvee now.
Also, there's no Zeus Green Road because I'm not Zeusing. There's your explanation. Now the Humvee's blindly charging in because it doesn't have anything better to do. There's no more infantry to support other than this one guy over here.
Throw yourself at the meat grinder. In the name of the stock market, the line goes up. I swear I thought he was going to run into that building. Well, he didn't run into it.
And now they're gonna might as hell go for it. What else can you do in this situation?
Fred is gonna Fred, demolish that building. Please, Fred, blow them to smithereens.
There goes Chadwick's brain. Headshot, baby. He saw in one.
Oh yes, let me back up.
Here we go. There he goes.
Christ, Fred. That was
Get him,
disgusting.
Fred!
That was disgusting. All right, Irish now. The Irish Empire is proudly fleeing. And he's the last one, so let's fucking end this charade, please. Oh, man.
The sun is warm. The grass is green.
Well,
I don't know. This was sent by a fan, and I love
vehicle.
it. But
So they might be able to run down
Green
Irish.
4 get another
if, they find
vehicle. Green 4 get another freaking vehicle.
Yeah, because they decided to dismount the up-armored and bullet-resistant with a ballistic shield turret.
Irish just got sniped.
Yeah. Huh?
I heard Lolo. Yeah, Lolo just sniped Irish with an SVD. And that's GG. Good
Oh.
shot. Good shot, Lolo.
Well then.
I'm gonna raid you. I'm not covering round 3. I'm not in the right
Yeah,
mindset. That pissed me off.
I
Like,
figured.
I'm actually kind of shocked with myself how much that pissed me off, but I don't think I can be a good commentator because I'm. What was that, Barb?
I don't know.
We've seen rounds. I've seen rounds go nuts. That one just.
That got away from a
it's
lot
like-
of people. Because there was so much potential. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
this could be really good. Oh, they're going to do a proper split. They're going to do a proper pincer
Yeah.
maneuver. with
And
the
they were
vehicles
waiting
going up
with one of the
hills
flanks
and-
too.
Yeah.
It was perfect, and then you just had all the individual groups. This reminds me of when I Zeus and up for like TSB, for example, and that rare time once in a blue moon where they just completely go in uncoordinated. And I'm not throwing anything special at them. It's just one of my standard ops, and they just completely fumble it. And I have to sit here. It's like the when I made this custom. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling. I made a custom bunker cave complex in Tanoa, and I walled it off. I only had like a few squads on the outside, and they got ambushed by 2 squads. Like 45 dudes got ambushed by 2 squads and got annihilated.
Oh,
And then
you saw
the squad just kept coming up on their own, and then just kept getting wiped by just standard like infantry syndicate squads, and they were CSAT. This is what it feels like. Maz, I'm pissed. I'm gonna raid Barb in a second because what was that? What was
I don't
that?
know, but I just heard Delta and Charlie go, hey, there's 6 SUVs to the west, 1 LAV and a Humvee, and we just blew up a bunch of shit.
Okay, yeah, you were on Green Fort. Blue Fort just literally defeated Undetailed themselves. I've never seen something that significant, and it wasn't fully the ground commander's fault. That's what pisses me off too, because it just seemed like units refused to work together.
Did you
And
see
it
me kill Falcon?
Really showed. Yes, I saw you kill Falcon.
But I knew it was him because he's on yelling. He's always on yelling.
Apparently that was a TFAR glitch that he was complaining about, but I think it's just a skill issue in the end.
All right, BRB. Okay, I'm gonna go raid Barb. You can watch him for round 3. Yes, it'll have a T55. I'm really feeling like, like damn. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers. Don, thanks for initiating that raid, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4:30 for TOC, aka the 700 Kading. Got a really cool op in play, and then Operation Riptide, which is also called, if I were to check Discord real quick. I know the raid's going off. I'm sorry. I just want to check the name to clarify for you. It is Project Tension. That's what the term I've been looking for. So cheers, guys. Have a good one. Go operate operationally. I'm going to go take this off, but not before I end the stream. Ta-ta.